Hello, students. Hope you are doing well. So, welcome to GMAT Grammar Challenge. Sharpen your skills with some of the practice questions. So, in this part, we will test some of the grammar prowess with a series of GMAT-style questions covering various topics such as sentence correction, modifiers, parallelism, comparisons, verb tenses, and more. Each question is carefully crafted to simulate the challenges you might encounter in the GMAT grammar exam. So take your time, analyze each option, and increase your understanding of key grammar concepts. So let's getting off for the GMAT questions. GMAT practice question or just aiming to refine our grammar skills. So these questions offer a comprehensive workout. Good luck. So my suggestion is called as before you attend this question, um, before looking into this video, just go through this question, pause the video, and try to solve on your own. And if you find out difficult or if you find out some kind of inaccuracy, then you can move to the means video and the explanation given here. Fine. Let's move to the question. So the question's directions given here is what? So the following question consists of what? Consists of a sentence or sentences that are either partly or entirely underlined. So we need to select the answer choice that represent the best revision of the underlined text. Well, it's also given that choice A, so which is you find out in the choice A, which is duplicated the original version. If the original seems better than any of the revisions, then select it. Well, let's move to the question statement here. It would means hardly take a 3 minute to 4 minute or 2 to 3 minutes question answer solve. So, what does the line suggest? The sentence point out a ticket out of Des Moines and into Manchester, NH, might be the real price and be sufficient to justify the investments in the state. So, this line, which is presented here, coming up with some kind of error, can it be revised for clarity? And if it can be revised, so, what is the best option? Well, now we need to join for the options. So, these are the 5 options. But previous to that, let me point out what does it try to tell us? The line suggests that a ticket out of Des Moines. It means that obtaining a ticket from Des Moines to Manchester, isn't it? So an age might be the real price and be sufficient to justify the investment in the state. So something which is indicating about valuable and significant reward. Uh, so this ticket is seen as substantial enough to rationalize or support the investment made in the state, indicating that the opportunity to transition between these locations holds a great importance or advantage for the individuals involved. That is what the line points out. Let's see that what kind of a grammatical error we find out here. If I look into this, a ticket out of Des Moines and into Manchester, NH might be the real price and be sufficient to justify the investments and be sufficient. Okay, to justify the investment in the state. Please do remember that uh, in a GMAT question, so a grammar question, so we need to look for the means concise and most appropriate sentence or most appropriate part of the sentence, right? Not like we need to look for the error because sentences are able to make us understand, but at the same time, we need to make it or we need to find out the clarity in the sentence and proper construction of the sentence. Um, so that's why. Let's move to the option A. So option A said a ticket out of Des Moines and into Manchester uh, comma, NH full stop and comma, might be the real price and be sufficient to justify the investments in the state. So this could be obviously the duplication of the original sentence. Um, Fine, a ticket out of this point. So if I look into the first option, this contains, you can say that the same mistake which we can find out in the main statement, like it is stated, might be the real price and be sufficient to justify. So if you look into that, this can be known as a means error, which is pertinent to the redundant, or called as a redundancy. Right, redundancy, isn't it? So redundancy, repetition, we can say that. So be the real price and be sufficient, which is having a kind of a redundancy, which could be simplified for clarity by stating that might be the real price and sufficient to justify the investments in the state, isn't it? So this could be called as appropriate. So this cannot be uh, considered as the main appropriate answer. Look into the option B. Option B said a ticket out of Des Moines and into Manchester NH, comma, full stop, comma, might be the real price. Uh, Comma is given. Okay, sufficient to justify the investments in the state. Now, if you look into the option B, that introduces a comma splice, separating what? Separating two of the independent sentence, right? Or two of the independent clause, right? Or clauses, you can say, separating two independent clauses without a coordinating conjunction. So one of the coordinating conjunction which is necessary here is as they are presenting same kind of idea, so therefore we need to use coordinating conjunction and, not but, not or, all such kind of a thing, because it is stated might be the real price sufficient to justify the investment in the state. uh, so that is what you would find out. uh, or proper punctuation also needed. Now look into the um, option C, which is stated a ticket out of Des Moines and into Manchester NH might be the real price and sufficient. Okay, so here we have used the coordinating conjunction, as well as there is no repetition also. You can say that coordinating conjunction is used. Code, or you can say connector, we can say coordinating conjunction which join the two independent clauses, um, or you can say connectors. And second thing it's called as, it has also not followed the means B here, which is nothing but indicating to the redundancy or repetition. Okay, so we can say that option C, free from all such kind of means errors pertain to A and B, that we find out in A and B. Now, if I move to the next question, option D, ticket out of Des Moines and into Manchester, comma, given here, it is correct. And it's full stop and comma, might be the real price, fine. And then comma, then being sufficient to justify. Now, again, whether you use be or you use being. So you are making a kind of error here, right? And a comma is also placed, which is not necessary. So being, which is unnecessary and adds complexity to the sentence, right? So it is not necessary to use. um, Now, if I look into the, so therefore we also consider option D is eliminated or wrong. Option A, B, and D are eliminated. Now, option E stated what? A ticket out of Des Moines and into Manchester, comma, and its full stop, comma, might be the real price. Again, comma is given. Sufficient for justifying the, sufficient to justify and sufficient for justifying the investments in the state. Now we can clearly find out the error in option E also. E has nothing but a body construction with sufficient for justifying, right, the investment, making it, that called as a less concise than any other option also. So therefore, option E is also eliminated. So option A uh, is eliminated because of the redundancy, right? So and option um, B, which is eliminated because of the coordinating conjunction, which is not used here. Comma is unnecessary use. So we need to use proper punctuation if we want to separate, but it is not necessary to separate it. Option C, which is free from all such kind of error. So this could be considered as the correct answer. Option D, which is having with the problem with um, being used and comma or two. And option E is nothing but a body, right? Body, and or you can say that less concise. So hence we find out our answer will be option C. Hope you understood. Uh, in summary, you can say option C stands out as the most appropriate choice due to its clarity, conciseness, and adherence to grammatical principles. Hence, the answer should be C. That's all. Thank you.